I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. So I know that everybody's still a little freaking out about, oh no, what are we going to do? You know, they're mandating the V's and I'm going to lose my job. I don't know what to do, this and that, and what are you going to do? But don't worry. Don't worry. There are so many things that you can do. You just need to sit down, relax, stop having all these thoughts go through your mind, and realize there's so many things that you can do. You don't, I mean, I know, it's like, oh, but I've been working here for so long. Hey, I'm not telling anybody what to do or what not to do. I'm just telling you there are absolutely many options that you just might not be looking at. And you know, that's why a lot of people have been warning for many years that you need to have your own business, buy land, do this, do that. But many of those people were called crazy or false teachers or whatever else the case may be. But turns out they were right. Oh, they bought their own planes. What kind of preacher needs their own plane? Well, he told you to buy one too, and then told you to go get pilot's license, you know, but whatever, they're false, and now you're seeing, oh crap, I'm not going to be able to fly, I'm not going to be able to do this. Well, that's not necessarily the case. It's just you're not going to be able to do it in the manner that they're saying it. And look, I know people are going to say, they're going to be on both sides with this. They're going to say negative things, and then they're also going to say, oh, but none of it's going to go through. And I believe that. I believe that a lot of this stuff is going to fall through. However, this should tell you right now that it's their plan to absolutely do something to where if you are not connected at all points with them, then you're not going to be able to use your bank, you're not going to be able to use this, you know, have your job, whatever. So I just want to throw out some ideas and get your mind working on how many things that you can absolutely do. I know nurses and doctors are having, you know, a really hard time with all of this. As many of you know, I was an emergency room nurse for many years, and I'm seeing that with people here. You know, because pretty much nobody is that. So it would be, I would, if I had to guess, it would be around 90% of the medical facility. So think about that. If they just forced even 50% of the medical personnel to leave, like they're doing in New York, does that mean people are no longer going to need medical care? Well, of course not. That's crazy. So what are people going to do? Obvious answer, we see it all the time even now. People want plastic surgery, they go to Mexico or they go to Costa Rica or these other places because it's cheaper or they get better care. It's more one-on-one because you get your own hotel room and however it works. And that's what's going to happen. And I'm not saying wait for someone to do that. I'm saying get things going. Like, look at Patriot Nurse. She has an entire class where you could do it online, or she even goes to you and she trains you to essentially take care of a lot of things. Pretty much trauma nurse certification down to just the basics. And then you have Skinny Medic, who does all of those same type of things, but he also started, you know, selling all of his own products. Bear Independent, he does all those things. Do you think that these people aren't going to still need these trainings? People are going to need these trainings even more, or even need your services more. They don't care if it's going to be at a hospital. You know, once they made the decision that this is not what they're going to do, and they're already saying that. They're saying people cannot have babies in their hospital if they are not that. So midwives, you know, so all these nurses, you're going to have all of these things. People think that everything's just going to, oh no, we're just going to have to do what they say. No, that's crazy. And doctors are already doing this. They already have private practices that are completely disconnected from any of the governmental organizations, well, as much as possible at this point. you can buy a bypass machine online. So a heart surgeon can absolutely have his own practice, and they do. Many of them do, especially in places like Florida, where there's a lot of elderly people and there's a lot of people that have money in those type of places. But that doesn't mean you have to have a lot of money to do it. You can be if you worked in surgery, do that. But I know a nurse that started his own business doing just labs. So he has this whole where he goes, it's kind of like a waiter, like where they deliver your food, whatever that app is, or an Uber type thing for labs. So to get your blood drawn and whatever labs you need, mouth swabs, whatever, he does all of those. He goes to your house, gets it done. And, there's so many options, and not just in the medical field. I just wanted to put those out there because I know a lot of medical people are having that issue right now. But also, guys, there's endless amounts of ideas. I know it's like, oh, but my retirement, oh, but this and this and that. You're going to have to weigh it out. They're not going to stop at this. We're seeing it in Israel already. The people that are refusing the third one are having their passports revoked, their V passports revoked. So it will never stop. Nothing will ever be enough. So you either have to make the decision or you don't, because it's not going to be, oh, well, even if you've already gotten it, you need to think about these things. There's tons of people already working online and doing these type of things. If you just know how to use a computer, you can do graphic design, like for businesses. You can do business cards. There's so many options. I know it's a lot to think about, oh, what would I be good at? I'm good at just the everyday show up and do it. But you kind of just got to think outside of that. If you know how to do mechanic work, you can start a garage, And I know some of these seem like pie in the sky ideas to a lot of people. But let me speak directly to Christians right now. God will provide. And if you know that this in your heart, that this is not what you need to do, make that decision and say it's going to happen. You're going to be able to, it's going to happen. If you're convicted that much, which I would say I would be, you can do that. Say, oh, well, I'm going to start my own hot-shotting company, where you take tractor trailers, they do those drop-offs and stuff like that on trailers, 18-wheelers, different sizes, get your CDL. Yeah, I know that will be, that'll be a situation one day too. But those are the things that everything will end up being a black market colony situation. It's going to be like some people are going to be in the colony of social credit score, and then other people are not. And once you get in that, look at what the Amish people are doing. Just see all of the things that they do without even electricity, without all of these things. They have their own businesses. Most of them don't have even bank loans. Well, they do, but not all of them. Everything comes from in the community. And, that's how really a lot of the things with the church was supposed to be. And it is in a lot of places. It still is. But most places. But if you're going to sit there and just be like, oh, can't do anything, I don't know, I'm just going to quit my job. You got to have something, planned. Yeah, God's going to provide, but it's likely not going to fall from the sky, okay? Unless it's a bird that you shot. You gotta give some initiative into the situation, okay? Anyway, there's just so many things that a lot of people are pulling their kids out of school. If you know how to tutor, if you know how to do any type of teaching, anything, you can do online anything. Even it doesn't even have to be online. Some people are doing pods to where it's one teacher will help 10 families or something like that. If you're a teacher and you're having these issues, which looks like, you know, a lot of people. I mean, first of all, if you live in California or New York or most of those states, you really should just leave. I mean, that's not even an option, really. Like, you need to leave. Some things can be done, absolutely, but then there's some places that there really is, they're kind of just a lost cause, because they will go as far as possible, okay? And so staying in one of those type of places is just kind of useless, because you're not even going to be able to have workarounds, because whenever you have like a 90% or 95% compliance rate, you're really going to have a target on you. but when you're in a place, look, I love Louisiana, but if I were to give you advice, I would say go to Florida. That would be what I would say. Go to Florida. Absolutely. Like, it shouldn't even be like I want to go to Florida. It might happen, I don't know yet, but, and then you won't have to worry about a lot of these things. Absolutely keep fighting, you know, as much as you can, but don't think that it's just like you're going to have to give up. You know, we've had amazing preachers and teachers over the years that have been teaching these things and saying, look, you cannot depend on the government. You need to go buy land. You need to do this. You need to get your businesses and stuff like that. A lot of people called them false teachers. They just said, oh, they just want your money. Oh, it's just about money. Oh, it's and it wasn't. They just took little segments of what they were saying out of context, or whatever. And that, so then we had the other side, which was saying, don't worry, the world's ending soon anyway, so you don't have to prepare for anything. You're good. We're all just we're gonna go and don't have to worry about it. Yeah, that happened in 2000 as well, and all those people really got screwed. So actually, those people actually make me a little bit, I mean, you should be ready at all times spiritually. Absolutely. But all of these people that keep saying they got a prophecy that the rapture's next week and last week and 2 years ago and 1844, I mean, they've been having these, like, these people are false. And I'm not going to talk about any in particular, but always be ready, yes. But you know, you need to be prepared in other ways, okay? And don't get down. Don't get frustrated about it. You know, faith really is taking that first step without even seeing that ladder out there. And it can be scary, but it also can be exhilarating to just say, it's okay, it's gonna happen. Like, this is what has to happen, alright? I'm not gonna say it's gonna be easy or anything like that, but I'm just, I just want to give you a little bit of, there's so many things out there, so many. If you know how to make anything, like, there's so many apps that you can, there's businesses that, it's not that they don't know how to do these things, it's just they don't have time to do them, and so you kind of do them for them. Or if you know how to fix things or whatever the case may be, there's so many options. If you know how to play video games, you know how much people make doing Twitch streams and these other streams and whatever, do that. Whatever it is, there is something out there. Don't feel like it's over, there's nothing I can do. You know, don't feel like that, because it's not. There's a lot of things. Anyway, I hope you'll have a wonderful day. I just wanted to kind of reach out to some people, because that's all I see from so many people is like, bad news, bad news. Everything's going down, the volcanoes are going off, the earthquakes. Yeah, okay. Also, Antarctica's melting, and maybe we'll be able to see all the gold and emeralds and diamonds that are down there, that are, and the rubies and everything else that's down there, and we'll just all be rich one day. I don't know. Well, obviously not everybody would be, because then nobody would be, but that doesn't make any sense, but you know what I mean. Because most people are just going to say, you're crazy. It's like, hey, I'm going to Antarctica later, like, whatever. But, I'm kidding. Not really. That's really true. But anyway, guys, y'all have a wonderful day. Like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to help support my completely demonetized channel, please in the pinned comments and in the description. Bye, guys.